Okay. So you probably have no idea who we are. And in the vast universe of podcasts where even your plant pot probably has one, we thought we got a touch of FOMO and thought, why the fuck not? So here we are, giving it a go. And I'm Abhilasha Dave. I'm the founder of a personality-based dating app called Hunbun. And joining me are my kick-ass team members, Desi and Miguel.
Hey guys, my name's Miguel.
I promise they weren't coerced to do this. Our team discussions are usually not so PG-13, which reminds me to those of you tuning in, especially you, Dad, could you put some earplugs on? I'd like you to remember me as the angelic child that you raised. Now that we got the intros out of the way, I'm officially welcoming you to Don't Die Alone podcast, where we're going to delve deep into all things relationship, sex, heartbreak, self love, and everything in between. Okay, so I had an interesting evening at an Esther Perel, I think that's how you say her
Ooh.
last name, show this past Monday, where she basically said that a whopping 65% of adults nowadays meet through dating apps.
Wow.
So, what's your, I guess, take on that? Do you think that apps are helping, or do you think it's leading to kind of disingenuous relationships where you kind of built this false, artificial sense of intimacy?
I feel like it depends. If you're a guy, from a guy's perspective, I feel like it's much more difficult, I would say, because you get like hypergamy always plays a role. So like 80% of girls would only go to 20% of guys usually. And like girls get drowned in like matches, if you agree, right? So that's what my take is. So it's way harder for guys actually, like your average guy, to get a match in a way. Because especially there's a lot of like superficialities that comes with it. And guys just don't know how to take pictures as well.
Yeah, I don't think the
I
problem.
agree with that. Sorry. Pictures are a complete shit show. Like women have like the most amazing, like hot, sexy looking photos, and then you see guys with like
Holding a
fish. Why did we both go for the same example?
Oh no, that's so true. Yeah, I mean, I believe dating apps are like like superficial now. You know, kind of like. I mean, I understand why 65% of people would find a relationship or whatever, but there's also like that whole level of like, there's always more. There's too many. How do you say it?
Paradox of choice. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
you
Yeah.
mean. Like that there's like an ocean of people who
yeah,
you always think you can find better and better and
yeah,
better.
Yeah.
I agree, but at the same time, like, with the rise of like work from home,
Yeah.
like someone like me, for example, I would never ever be able to find the people that I've met organically if it
Mm.
wasn't for dating apps.
Yeah.
But I agree, to your point that like there are too many options out there now, so you kind
Mm.
of feel that people have become a bit more disposable.
Yeah.
yeah,
But that's why Hunbun's great,
Hey.
because we limit the number of people that you can see, like discover in a day to 10. So it forces you to kind of engage with that person rather than like looking for an ocean of
yeah,
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the point about like artificial intimacy, I think that kind of comes up when you're texting somebody for a
Mm.
long time, for like 2 weeks or something, and then you don't actually initiate a date with the person.
Yeah.
I think that in some people's mind, they could get attached to the person without ever having actually met them. So that kind of happened to me,
me as
unfortunately.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I actually went on a
Mm.
first date with this guy. Everything was, roses and daisies, and I was like feeling on top of the world. But I had a 3-week holiday. And during those 3 weeks, he was like on it and constantly texting me and like updating me about his life. And I was like, oh shit, like this is going somewhere.
Yeah.
And then I come back to London and I'm like ready to meet him, so excited. And he completely just like drops off the face of the fucking earth. and I felt devastated, and it like totally triggered my attachment style.
Yeah.
Anxious attachment style, sorry. And my anxiety was through the roof. So what kind of attachment style do you guys think you have?
Well, for me, definitely avoidant.
Why, Desi? Why?
Why?
They smother me too much, and I bail kind of thing. And like I mean, I have daddy issues with it.
Me too. Yay.
It's like too serious. I tend to retract because it like freaks me out. Like the whole commitment. I have like massive commitment issues, which I'm working on. But yeah, definitely I've avoided. Like, yeah, I tend to disappear and ghost people, which is not good.
For me, I feel like I'm an anxious avoidant when
Ooh.
when I when I feel like someone's pulling back, I'll pull back because I'm anxious that they're not into me. Is that what the definition of anxious avoidant is?
I don't. I'm not
No?
an expert, but I don't think. I
Would
feel
that be anxious? Would that be avoidant? Yeah.
it's just being respectful, I think. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I do feel like nowadays everybody, that's another funny thing, is that I feel like because of TikTok videos, we all just like assume we fit into this little
Yeah.
like
It's like
definition.
Self-diagnosing.
Literally.
It's kind of like horoscopes, but
No, that's
for
not
mental
it.
illness.
Don't touch that.
I have a lot of things to say.
I mean, I don't know the actual definition of anxious avoidant. I have to be honest. I do know avoidant, like Desi said, like you retreat. I guess it would have to be a mix between
Yeah.
Yeah,
both
but then,
the
but maybe
types.
also I'm like, because then it's like I retreat, but then I'm like I go back, as in like I don't want to lose the person, so
Yeah.
I retract.
Yeah.
But then so I do everything to push them away, but then when they do go away, then I'm like no, like come
Yeah.
back. So
Yeah.
maybe I don't know if that's
I just deflect energy. So whatever you give me, I give back pretty much. So if you're not giving me anything, then
Yeah.
then you
I'll retreat.
I feel
That
like
sounded
that's
weird.
secure.
Is it?
I don't think that that's anxious.
Oh,
avoidant.
really?
Yeah, that's just being healthy. Like you
Wow.
respect
healthy?
you.
What the fuck?
I feel like because
Thank
you
you.
respect yourself and you're like, okay, you know, you're gonna whatever
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
reply. I'm gonna take a beat and do my own thing. When you're ready to talk, I'm ready to talk.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, right?
But
Yeah.
I dated really late. I like had to like work on myself, I think, before I did. So maybe
Yeah.
that's why. Maybe that helped.
Yeah.
But I missed out a lot as well.
Probably.
Yeah,
yeah, but you're still young. You're like
that's true.
18. You know?
I'm actually 35.
What's the secret?
I'm Asian.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, I kind of self-diagnosed myself as like an anxious attachment style, and I feel like I have this repeated pattern where I go for an avoidant attachment style.
That's what normally happens, no? Like
Apparently, according to TikTok experts, yeah. There's like a bit of this feeling of like the chase, and I think having those like exhilarating moments and like the highs are really high but the lows are really low as well.
Yeah.
So I kind of have this repeated pattern that I see in the guys that I date. But recently I've been kind of sort of seeing / exploring this thing with a new guy. And
Shout
he
out.
seems secure as shit. And
Yeah.
it scares me because it's so mature. He's like,
yeah.
I don't want to play any games. Like, I'm in it because I'm interested in you. I'm not going to wait like 3 days to reply back to you. Like, I will reply instantly
is
if I'm
healthy.
able to.
That's
very
Which is so healthy, but
Yeah.
there's no, like, when I'm with him, I feel safe. I feel like protected, whatever. I feel like heard, and we have like really cute moments.
Yeah.
But there isn't that like excitement.
Mm.
So I feel like I'm being toxic.
I feel like from my take, I feel like you're not looking for a long-term relationship from what you said, because you're more into like the highs, because like
No,
he's
I mean,
exciting,
like, you are,
you
but
know?
then it's like if it's not if you don't
It's
have that
exciting
chase
if it's
excitement,
toxic,
then
yeah.
You're like, okay, I'm bored or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because I was in a 5-year relationship where it was very comfortable. And I think I like never want to ever go back to that feeling.
Yeah.
So I think I go for guys that like excite me and bring out this like other part of me. But obviously that's not so sustainable.
It isn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because also it's like, they say passion or whatever is overrated kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it though?
it's not.
Is it?
Like,
I mean, like, how do you?
When I mean passion, I mean like, like, the honeymoon phase kind of thing. You know, it's like at some point, like you're gonna have to, you're gonna find someone that is like actually like, the boring love, how they say, as in like that you and stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Feel like
there's stuff that you can do to like keep the relationship alive.
Yeah, which I was gonna say, because I mean, like, I think in long-term relationships, one of the biggest like things that I learned was you need to continue dating the person that you're actually in a relationship with, because the moment you stop doing that, it just goes to shit.
Yeah.
Desi's pro tip, people. Go to
orgies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you do it together, then it's like, because I don't believe in cheating or whatever, but I believe in doing like things with your partner kind of thing. Because then it's like, I mean, I don't believe anyone is monogamous. Like, you're not gonna like fuck the same person till you die, or you like. So it's like, but if you do it together,
ideally.
Well, for me, it's like no.
I'm like,
but like it depends on what your interest as well. Like for her, it's sex parties. For some people, it could be crocheting. So it's like crocheting together. That brings out passion. Like it doesn't need to be sex parties, but yeah.
Whatever, like floats your boat, I guess.
Yeah. Said in the most non-judgmental, like side eye way. So about a year ago, I was going steady with someone. And things were great. Like, I really liked the guy, totally my type, all the green flags possible. But things in the bedroom were a little lacking, to say the least, for me, like in my perspective. But when I tried to like have a conversation about it, he just like totally closed up. And didn't want to really engage in conversation about it, and things just ended from there. So what do you guys think in terms of like how to navigate conflict in relationships?
I feel like communications is the biggest thing, and he's not doing that. So like,
I mean, I
fuck
think you were
him.
healthy in bringing it up.
Yeah.
Bringing it up was obviously good because it's a concern that you have or whatever. Like, and it's like the way he reacted was not healthy at all. As in, like, because it's like you didn't attack like him per se, and it's just like, this is like something we should talk about because it's like something that for me is like important, blah blah. And like the fact that he just like bailed because he couldn't handle it. It's like, I mean, mate, life is hard, as in.
Yeah. Do you want that long term? If you're like going through shit and he just bails and not even talks to you about it?
No, definitely not.
And puts you second to everything else as well?
And
Like
the problems will just build up then.
Yeah.
If you don't communicate or if you take offense by
exactly.
whatever you bring up.
Yeah, I mean, I think like through that experience, I realized that like conflict resolution, as like lame as it sounds, the way that you fight with your partner is the biggest tell if like a relationship is going to be successful in the long run.
Yeah.
Because it should be you and your partner against the issue rather than like my partner versus me.
Yeah. Yeah, because I tend to do that like as well, like in a relationship that I'm like, I see you as the enemy, so, and I'm like, and I all the good things are cancelled.
Really?
And then well, because I don't know.
Hey, so am I. So am I.
No, but yeah, I tend to like cancel all the good things and like just see you as the, which I'm trying to work on. But yeah, he's just like the enemy for me at some point.
For me, I'm like, I just make sarcastic comments and they kind of pick up. I use humor as like a coping mechanism when it comes to conflict, which is not good.
How does that work with like your girlfriend? Like, does she laugh with you? Like when
She laughs at me and I get pissed, then I tell her. And I'm like, yeah, that's not cool.
Wait, let me get this right. So you make a like funny comment.
I make like a funny kind of offensive comment.
And she laughs at it.
Because she's so oblivious to everything as well. I feel like she's not there like she's...
I hope she's not she's so oblivious.
She's oblivious towards people's feelings sometimes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which
but
working
that's
on
just
it. Yeah.
confusing to me.
Yeah.
Because if you're being funny, I will laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But you're getting upset that she's laughing
Yeah, I don't know how
when you're being funny.
yeah. My brain works different, innit?
Oh my god.
So another like interesting thing that I recently heard was in a relationship, there's always one person that's more afraid of losing the other person, and there's one person who's more afraid of losing themselves
Yeah.
in the relationship.
I think I'm the latter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm the former, definitely.
I'm
I'd
the
say.
former for sure. Yeah.
Because it's more like I've had so many relationships where like they, like they like love the idea of me, and then when they were with me, they're like, because I want to be like, I'm like a free spirit, as in like that doesn't mean that I'm gonna go and fuck left, right, and center, but it's just like that's just the person that I am, and like I've had a relationship with people trying to mold me into what they wanted me to be, kind of thing. And for me, it's like I've had it so many times because they can't handle like how free I am, kind of thing, and then I'm like, I'm not gonna like I can't lose myself. That counts some parts of me because you can't handle it,
Yeah. No, I get that. I think it really depends who you're with, who like dictates the position you're in that
Yeah.
situation. Because like with the secure guy that I'm kind of seeing,
Yeah.
I think I would be the latter. Whereas in any other relationship or whatever in the past that I've been dating the avoidant type, I'm definitely the one who's like afraid of losing them.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, I'm like, I'm gonna lose my edge or whatever.
For me, I'm the opposite. I would say from all the girls I've seen before, I was
Yeah.
the latter. Like I wouldn't care if I lost them.
Oh.
But with the girl that I'm seeing right now, I feel like I'm trying to keep her as long as I could.
Cute. That's cute.
Yeah.
So I think there's also sort of like polarities in people. Like when you're dating somebody, you have this like want that you want to feel like safe, secure, stable, but then you also have a part of you that like wants the risk, the excitement. Do you think that with the abundance of choice nowadays, like because of dating apps, do you think that people give up too soon now and they get like they're whatever, like they have a hiccup with somebody and then suddenly they're like, nah, I'm gonna bounce and check out like the other options that are out there?
Yeah, I believe like now like so many people do it because it's like there's so many fish like out there, kind of thing. So it's like, oh, something is bothering me slightly, I'm like, this is not the one, so like let's see if like, which is like obviously impossible because no one can ever meet all your
That's the thing, like I genuinely feel like it's kind of scary because I feel like people have become so picky in terms of who they want to date that like you box yourself up so much, but then at the same time the moment any like teeny tiny thing goes wrong, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go like find someone else who can do better potentially.
Yeah, completely.
For guys, it's different. I would say like, cause like we get less choices than girls, I would say. So we like, if we don't get what we want in dating apps, we usually just focus on ourselves more than try to compete, like be better. Then if you get, from my experience, you get more matches, then that's when it becomes like people are just becomes like disposable. So there's this buffer area where like you have to like focus on yourself in
Kind
a
of
way.
agree, but I kind of also disagree. I mean, all the guys on like Tinder, for example, I do think it's very easy for them to just be like, do you want to fuck tonight? And if you say like, if you say no or whatever, they're like, okay, like bouncing to the next girl. Literally, it's just like a totally disposable, like,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I've never used that line before. Do you wanna fuck tonight?
You haven't?
I haven't.
I feel
What?
like it's the most common thing guys say. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, what else do they say? Like, how's your week been?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
as if they're interested.
I've had someone just send me like the eggplant emoji. Like, I'm like, can't even put it in words. No, just send me that emoji. I'm not gonna be like, let me open my legs for you.
Yep. Straight up, they're like interested in like when you're able to meet. For me, it's also recently been like, do you live alone? Like, they literally ask that. And I'm like, stranger danger. And also, like, should I lie or should I be honest that I live alone? I'm like, are you going to kill me? Yeah, so sorry.
My way of saying do you want to fuck is like, can I cook for you? Do you want to taste a little bit of the Philippines? Then I get jerk chicken in Asda and just put it in the oven.
But I made it.
Oh my god, that's such a good trick. And here I am, like, slaving away in the kitchen for 6 hours for someone.
But it's another thing also, like, do you want to come over, like, and let's cook? I mean, like, obviously, what the fuck is that gonna lead?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, definitely. I feel like if you say that, it just insinuates sex. Or at least something beyond just like
let's go
making
for a
out.
drink and then maybe go home. Whatever. No, it's just like, come to my house, we'll cook.
Yeah.
And then have dessert.
But sometimes
Right
you
where I want you.
sometimes I send recipes, to be fair,
What?
Yeah, because
for
you're
them
trying
to get.
make
Yeah.
your partner
Yeah. I'm actually gonna cook for you.
Oh my god. This is kind of like goes a bit hand in hand with what we were saying earlier, that you should never stop dating your partner. So I feel like nowadays intimacy has become like spending time with your partner and sitting on the couch and watching Netflix. But the sad thing is there's no chill after. It's just like you're literally fucking watching TV together.
Oh wow.
It's so sad.
anxiety.
And I mean, I guess that's like the question, right? Like, in a longer term relationship, how do you keep that alive?
Yeah, for me, I mean, like, as I was saying before, it's like, obviously it depends on your interest, but it's like, for me, it's just like, first of all, like, keep dating as in, like, go on dates, you know, like, make a conscious effort at least once a week or something. You take time for, like, just you two, but, like, going to a restaurant or, like, or fucking, I don't know, do an activity or something.
Yeah.
And also,
Jesse's really promoting that today. Yeah. I mean, I've seen like couples, especially like if you go to like a fancy place for dinner, you'll always see that one table where a guy and a girl are clearly out on a date together and they're both so hooked, but not like looking at themselves. They're fucking glued to their screens.
Oh,
It's so depressing. I'm like, why even go out then?
no,
What is the actual point?
when I go with, like, with my boyfriend, it's like, when we go for a drink, it's like, it's kind of like catching up, like, you know, about your life or whatever, because, like, and it's just, it's fun. It's like, I can be on my phone all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like, why do I need to, like, either
that
the spark is not there or literally, like, communication is not there. That it's like, you know,
yeah.
you just have nothing in common anymore or something. I don't know, because, like, there's so much to talk about in life. Like,
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know. I feel like it gets a bit scary when you think of like being with the same person for like 20, 30, 40 years. Like,
same dick?
yeah. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm fine with the same dick. We'll experiment in the bedroom. But I mean, the conversation, you know, like the quality of the things that you discuss. And I think that that's why it's so important to retain your individuality.
Yeah.
Even though you're in a relationship, because I do feel like once you start becoming your partner in a way, like doing everything together, spending every fucking waking moment
that's
together,
not like,
you lose yourself.
Yeah,
You
completely.
actually become the most boring person.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like if you
becomes
adapt
stale,
that
so-
identity of being someone's partner, like you just need to be more conscientious. So it's more like a duty to be someone's boyfriend or husband. So like love becomes more than a feeling, but like an action word. So like you do it every day. You, whether that be like through like folding clothes together, going to sex parties or whatever. So it's more than just like what you feel, but something that you do. So it becomes a verb rather than a noun. That's what my take
No,
of
I
it
like
is.
that. I like
Yeah.
that perspective on it. Yeah, it's a good take on it. What do you think though of like, I guess people, you know, because like social media has become such a huge thing, that now kind of you see on TikTok and stuff where like girls complain about their boyfriends having too many like women as followers or them liking photos of girls on Instagram. I feel like I feel like it's become such a window into someone's life that you'll fucking scroll through their photos until like 2015 or some shit. And if it's him with like a girl, you'll be like thinking like, oh damn, like he dated this person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we all have a history. We all have a fucking past. Like,
Yeah.
can we not be mature enough to like accept that? Like,
Yeah, no, completely. Like, I don't know what I was gonna say.
You're not mature enough.
No, but I was thinking, like, in terms of, like, even, like, you know, liking other, I don't know, girls, but, and it's, like, it's so normal now, as in, like, you know, like, some girls, like, become so jealous, as in, like, oh, like, they want their partner, girls or guys, whatever, they want their partner to, like, unfollow some models or whatever, and it's, like, I find that a bit ridiculous, because it's, like,
yeah.
but then they themselves will post pictures in bikinis, you know,
Yeah.
and, like, they want to obviously get likes from other people, but it's, like, they
a
don't
bit
want their partner to, you know.
Hypocritical, no? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
It's like, who cares? It's just like, it doesn't mean that they love you less if they're.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, am I like a loser? Like, I don't even know how to check whether someone I follow follows someone else. Like, do you just actively stalk their account?
No, but some people literally like actively go on like say their partner's followers and go like, because I've heard this from one of my friends, and his girlfriend was being a bit cuckoo,
Yeah.
you know, and she was literally like, we just added each other on Instagram because we used to work together, and then the girlfriend is like, who the fuck is Desi? And like he was like, how the fuck do you? It was like, because he added me on Instagram, so she actively went on like his
Weird.
followers, and like every girl, like new person that he would add, he's like, who's this?
Oh, was it that time where Instagram would like show the notifications if someone followed someone?
No.
That was a
like,
thing
just
before.
Like,
going
as
on
in
his
she
profile
would
and
check-
seeing if the number
yeah.
goes up, then it's like,
Oh.
Oh, God. I mean, if I was a guy, red flag right there.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody fucking
It's a bit
stalked,
weird.
stalked
Yeah.
my, like, list of people that I've added and then goes and, like, actively stalks this other girl, I'm like, why do you not feel safe? That I feel like that means you don't feel safe in that relationship, or, like, you were not certain about your partner's intentions towards
completely.
you.
At first, I was kind of
Trust
guilty
them
of
or
that,
like-
to be fair.
Sorry?
I was guilty at that, like, to be fair, before.
What
Because,
do you
like,
mean?
for my girlfriend, she only has, like, 60 followers,
Yeah.
and
So
she
then
was
it's
only
like
following 60 people.
61,
When
and
I was 61, I was like, who you following? In the middle of the night. And it's just cat videos. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But now I don't care.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Cat videos. How innocent.
Who the fuck is one?
With the following unfollowing thing, the only thing I did when I got into a relationship is I unfollowed all the people I hooked up with,
Really?
pretty much, and removed them. I don't know.
I mean, I've done
Yeah.
it as well, but it's like, it's more because it's like, you're not in my life anymore, but I don't actively think like, I'm gonna unfollow everyone.
But I mean,
Yeah.
people can also fucking slide into your DMs.
Yeah, exactly,
Or like,
yeah.
I don't know, fucking contact you in any other way. Then, I mean, isn't it? I don't know. I just don't see the point in that, really. Because if someone does, whatever, send you a DM or something, hitting you up, even though you're in a relationship, you could just respectfully tell them, like, look, I'm seeing someone, thanks for, you know, whatever, thinking of me, wishing you the best.
For me, it's just interest based. I'm just not interested in knowing what their life is
Fair.
anymore. Yeah.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I find it interesting to know. Because,
Okay.
like, I mean, it's not like I'm going to tap into their profiles ever. But if they do reach out to me, it's just like, oh, they thought of me at this moment in time.
It's kind of an
But-
ego boost as well, a little bit.
A little bit, not gonna lie. A little bit, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I am guilty. I am guilty of that. But I do say, like, when I'm seeing somebody seriously, I'm like, oh, thanks. But, like, I am, you know, I'm seeing someone else, like, wish you the best, whatever. I feel like it gives guys, like, this, like, push to fucking try harder, though.
Yeah, completely.
They're like, oh, but, you know, we can still meet up on the side.
like,
or whatever.
you know,
I'm
like,
just
every time I'm in a relationship, suddenly, like, all my, like, people
Gross.
that I slept with before in the past, they're like, hey, and I'm like,
do I have a sign written somewhere?
I was single for so long, like, you know, like, now suddenly it's like, what's up? Like, what the-
It's like they can smell that you're off the market, and suddenly it's like, oh shit.
It's like the girlfriend
Yeah.
boyfriend effect, where you like apparently look better if you're like
What?
with
Well, you have
someone.
a glow.
Yeah, we have a glow up.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a
Yeah.
thing.
it's a mate selection strategy as well for women. If they see a guy being with a girl, that means it kind of like kind of proves that they could keep a relationship or keep a girl. So that kind of like a mate selection strategy. It's like
Wow.
some outdated anthropology kind of concept. But yeah,
That's very interesting, though.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Like they don't
that's
even know
why
that they have a
cheating
girlfriend.
happens, though, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean they don't know?
Like they just sense. Apparently, it's like something with the
What?
pheromones. Yeah,
What
yeah.
do you
Like,
mean?
they don't know. There's just something about the
You
guy.
just like you
Yeah,
look like
Like-
someone's boyfriend.
yeah.
You're boyfriend material just from the way you're like eating a hamburger or something. Like very interesting. So we're gonna wrap up for today. If you made it through the episode without stalking your ex or checking the last time the guy you were dating was online, good on you. And if you were guilty of that, then don't worry, we've all been there. Remember that your phone isn't worth sacrificing like actual time with the person that you're dating. I think that that's something we tend to forget in this day and age. Just to be more present. So join us next time on Don't Die Alone for more spicy takes and sassy debates with the Hunbun team. And if you liked our chat or even giggled a little bit, then please drop us a review or slide into our DMs with more topics that you'd like us to talk about. Until then, keep your likes sincere and your chats cheeky and your hearts open, and we'll catch you next time.
Woo!
Ciao.
Hey.